Boys and girls, today we're going to be studying shapes for math. And this is your teacher, Mr. Crone, mathematics teacher extraordinaire. Let's review what you should already know from first grade and kindergarten. You learned about circles, and yesterday Tommy said a circle is like a coin. And Susie said that a circle is like a frisbee. Okay, it's a continuous line that goes around. Okay, you could think of a hula hoop, anything that's round. Now, when you were very young, you learned how to ride a tricycle. Probably now you can ride a bicycle, and you know that a bicycle has two wheels, but a tricycle has three wheels. So a triangle has three sides. Okay? And you also should already know about a square, and those have four sides. We talked about that yesterday. Now that you're in second grade, we use another term called quadrilateral. Okay? And the root word or the prefix here is quad. Some of you maybe own a quad that you can ride, and you know they have four wheels. Okay, so a quadrilateral is any shape that has four sides. They also have four angles. Okay, now the root word, like I said, is quad. In Spanish, that's cuatro, which is very similar to quad, isn't it? Now, for the Russian girl we have, it's четыре. Can everybody say четыре? That's four in Russian. Okay, so that can help you remember that the quadrilateral, especially for you Spanish speakers, quad sounds like cuatro, has four sides. Okay, you're also going to learn about a pentagon. And in history, we talked about the government system, the building that some people work in called the Pentagon. And if you're noticing, we're going from three sides to four sides. How many does the Pentagon have? Five sides. And down below, I'm going to show you what an actual pentagon looks like. Okay, but first, one more shape that we're going to learn today. Sounds like six, but it's hexagon. And those have six sides, or six angles. I should add, pentagon has five sides or five angles. Okay, so there you have these words that you need to know. Okay, let's review them, and you could say them with me. Circle, triangle, square, quadrilateral, pentagon, and hexagon. You're going to also need to know how many sides they have. So let's say the name of the shape and how many sides it has. Triangle, three sides. Square, four sides. Quadrilateral, four sides and four angles. Pentagon, five sides, five angles. And hexagon, six sides and six angles. Everybody's going to get one of these really neat charts to study and to have at your desk, because we're going to be talking about these shapes: triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, and hexagon, and circle. Here's some examples for you to look at for each each shape name. Okay, the triangle looks like this. The quadrilateral, here's a sample of a quadrilateral. Pentagon, supposed to have how many sides? 5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that looks just like that building we studied in the government for history yesterday. The hexagon is supposed to have 6 sides. And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The circle is very unique. It has no sides and no angles. If you forget how many sides or angles each have, you have this on the chart, sides and angles. Now, if you're paying close attention, it's a lot easier to remember than you think, because however many sides it has, it also has the same amount of angles. Triangles look like this. They have 3 sides and 3 angles. Quadrilaterals look like this. They have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they also have 4 angles. So it keeps it simple. Pentagon, 5 sides, 5 angles. Hexagon, 6 sides, 6 angles. Now, before we go on, I want to mention something unique about some of these shapes. The triangle, this is just one example. They can have a little bit of a different look, but they will always have 3 sides. Okay, just remember that. The quadrilateral, this is just one example. A square, yesterday Tommy said a square is also a quadrilateral, and he is correct. This is a rectangle. Okay, it looks a little different than a square, and today we'll see other quadrilaterals that have 4 sides and 4 angles, but they have a little bit of a different shape. Okay, I don't want to give you too much information, but we'll see that later in this lesson. And pentagons, as long as they have 5 sides and 5 angles, it does not have to look exactly like this, and it doesn't have to be blue either. Okay, they can be different colors. At least here on planet Earth. Maybe on other planets, pentagons can have different colors, but I don't know. We'll have to talk about that later during science. Anyway, back to math. Hexagons will always have 6 sides. They might not be the exact shape or the exact color, but they will always have 6 sides, okay? And there's your circle. No angles, no sides, just one curved, continuous line. Okay, now let's look at part of our lesson for today. We're going to go through a little bit of a quiz. This says, let's all read this together. Click on the shapes that are, and let's decode this word all together. This big word here, tell me the letters. T-R-I-A-N-G-L-E-S. Now tell me the sounds. T-R-I-A-N-G-L. And the E is silent, and then S, like for snake. Now let's try to say this word. Triangles. Good. So this is saying click on the shapes that are triangles. So you will have this on your computer screen to click, but for right now we're just going to identify yes or no. Does this have this green shape right here? Does it have 3 sides? 1, 2, 3. And 3 angles. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So you would click that. This one, you know, this is not a triangle. This is a circle. You should know that from last year or even kindergarten. So you would not click that. This one is a yes. That is a triangle. Okay, and here, this looks like a triangle, but let's count the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not a triangle. So we would not click that one. This is a yes. I'm just going to go through these faster because we have other shapes to get to. This one has way more sides than a triangle, so that would be a no. You should know this one is a square, so that's a no. That is not a triangle. You do not click that. This pink one, 1, 2, 3 angles, 1, 2, 3 sides. That is indeed a triangle. This is a no. And by the way, I told you that quadrilaterals have 4 sides. This has 1, 2, 3, 4. And this looks different than a square. It looks different than a rectangle. This is called a trapezoid. And it does have 4 sides, so this is in the quadrilateral family. And we'll be talking more about those later. And this one is not a triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. That's a quadrilateral. We'll talk about those later. Let's go look at some other shapes. This is saying click on all the circles. Okay, so we're just going to go through this one real fast because circles are your expertise. Think about coins, frisbees, and hula hoops. This is a no. This is a no. This is a no. This is a yes. This is a yes. For circles, we're clicking on all the circles. This is a no, no, no. This is a yes. This is a yes. And this one is a no. Going on. Ooh, let's read this together. Click on the shapes that are quadrilaterals. That's what that big word is. And if you're struggling with that, you can always say each letter name. You're experts at that. You can also say each sound. You should be experts at that. And then you would be able to say that word by decoding it. Quadrilaterals. But let me tell you something. If it's a lot of work for you now, it will not always be. Pretty soon you'll just be able to look at that word and say quadrilateral. Try it. I bet you could do it right now. Ready? Go. Quadrilaterals. Good. So that would be you being able to say it as a sight word. Okay? That will happen in time. If you're struggling, don't worry, you'll be able to say it. Anyway, quadrilaterals. Does anyone remember how many sides they have? Look back at our chart. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. You will have this on your desk and be able to refer to. Remember, it might not be this exact shape, but as long as it has 4 sides. So let's wrap up our lesson by talking about the quadrilaterals, and then maybe we can get to pentagons and hexagons after recess. I don't want to overwhelm you. Anyway, let's look at each shape. This is not a quadrilateral. That is a circle. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, corners, or angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a yes. You would click on that. And again, later today, you're going to have this lesson on your screens and be able to click it by yourselves. Some of you will be working in groups and then be able to do these by yourselves, okay? This one is not a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So that we'll be talking about later is a pentagon that has 5 sides and 5 angles. Looking for the quadrilaterals, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This blue shape has 4 angles and 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. You would click on that one. That is a yes for being a quadrilateral. Look at the triangle. you know that is not a quadrilateral. It cannot be a triangle and a quadrilateral. I bet it wishes it could, but it cannot. I'm sorry. This is a square. That would be a yes for a quadrilateral. The shapes you learned last year, rectangles and squares, are quadrilaterals. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. That is a quadrilateral. You would click on that. That is a yes, a si, a da in Russian. Everybody say si. That's yes in Spanish. Everyone say da. That is a yes in Russian. Okay, going down to this green shape, we're almost done. And then we're going to recess. How many angles? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a yes. That is a quadrilateral because, go back to your chart if you need to, quadrilaterals have 4 sides. Going back to wrap up this part of the lesson, hang in there about 1 or 2 minutes till recess. 1, 2, 3, 4 angles, and this light blue shape is 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And that would be a yes. You would click on that. You guys know this is a circle. A shape cannot be a circle and a quadrilateral, so that is a no for being a quadrilateral. Do not click on that. This one, 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Count with me. 6 angles. Count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So that is a no. It has way too many. And this one, you can just look at it and say no. That is a triangle. So you will get faster and not have to even count the sides and the angles, okay? Eventually, you'll just be able to look at them. In fact, before you go, let's just look at them and just say yes or no if it's a quadrilateral. You won't even have to count the sides and the angles. You'll get so good you can just be a detective and say yes or no. So let's practice. Ready? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. 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 Faster. No, no, no. Good. Okay. I think that's enough for shapes. We're going to get some fresh air, be able to jump up and down, roll on the ground and stuff, and go to recess. We'll come back and talk about 2 more shapes, the ones with 5 sides, the pentagon, and the one with 6 sides, the hexagon. Okay, so we'll end the lesson for now. Let's all line up for recess. Thank you for your excellent focus. Bye.